Hello, how is everybody doing? I'm sorry I'm just a bit late, but you know how sometimes YouTube gets a little finicky? So, hi Lena, hi Fran, hi Zenta, hi Francis, hi Donna, hi Kimba, hi Cecile and Laura. So, to start with, there is this very pretty mold that PolyClay Play has. And yeah, I should kind of give you the link, right? I didn't get it ready. Just a second. Just a minute. I'll put it up. It's called awareness ribbons, and you can actually use this for any kind of cancers, not just for breast cancer. But I thought that it was good to do something because November's coming. So, hi, Carol. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I remember that I had some Kinesio Tape and I put it on because when I had the lymph nodes removed from my right armpit, I had to do like 2 months or more of all kinds of lymph draining massage and all that. And also there was this Kinesio Tape. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it helps with sprains, with lymph issues, with all kinds of stuff. And I remember that I still had a roll. So I went ahead and I put it, and the swelling went down. That's why I say it's, by what I think, it's either the thing that we don't want to hear about or frozen shoulder. And this frozen shoulder is, they don't know how it comes, and it's just some scar tissue forming, and then it goes away by itself in about 3 years. I think that it might be frozen shoulder, and then probably some of that scar tissue is pressing on some lymph vessels or something. So I don't know. Now, everybody knows about the cancer awareness ribbons, and they are bi-color. Depending on the color is that respective type of cancer, and the one for breast cancer is pink. Obviously, everybody knows, and cancer survivors usually call it Pinktober. And I always try to raise awareness to the fact that we kind of had enough awareness by now, and people are goddamn aware of breast cancer. It would be maybe time to find a better treatment, if not straight a cure. Because when I first started on this cancer journey, I found out so many things. Some good, some bad. Unfortunately, most of them were bad. And one of the things that I found out, there's a website, actually, it's called Think Before You Pink, that kind of tries to make you aware of all the stuff that's going on, how many companies try to take advantage of the fact that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month and try to make you buy their product without actually giving much or giving anything. And anyway, it was this company that was making the hormone given to the cows to make more milk. Hi, Judy. That was actually causing breast cancer, and then it was the same company that was making one of the chemo drugs for breast cancer treatment. So they were causing it, and then they were coming back and making more money from treating it. So yeah, hi Crystal. Anyway, so this is the plain awareness ribbon. Now, there are two more types of ribbons, and those are the survivor ribbon and the in memory of ribbon. Bonsoir, Dominique. So what is different about them? They both involve wings. Only that for the in memory of, you always put angel wings or feathered wings, you know, because that person has become an angel. But for the survivor ribbon, you use butterfly wings, because through the breast cancer, through the cancer experience, you go through a full transformation. And sometimes you discover more beauty in the world, sometimes things that you weren't noticing before. So you practically get into a completely different state of spirit. This is why the survivor ribbon has butterfly wings. And I'm going to try and show you how to make several of these. First we'll do the plain and simple, because as you can see, it has it in such a way, the mold is in such a way that you can actually make beads. Remember, I had a live in which I showed you how to make beads using cabochon molds. And this is exactly what is happening here. So the easiest way to make them, and of course you can make, I would go for a very, very light pink, but you can actually go with white as well. So the best thing to do for these kind of things, okay, I had some mess on my fingernails, on my hands. Yeah, I'm still a little tired. I woke up at 3:30. This time not out of pain. I just woke up. I don't know. So, oh, it only took you a few months. I read that it can take up to 3 years to... Okay, I made a mess. This was way too big. Just a second. Let's do that again. I think I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby and get another one of these, because finally after 2 years they started hiccuping. So this is one, and I guess I had some mylar flakes somewhere here. I keep finding them. I hate mylar flakes. They are as bad as glitter. You know, especially the fine ones. Oh my goodness. They get in everything, and 2 months later you find one starting to float happily. I know I have another one, but I don't know where it is. Gremlins. Okay, so we have 2 of these now. Sorry, I cannot push hard enough on this mold. So now we have 2 of these, and the best thing to do is, I'm going to consider this baking bead wire. See, I still have one here on my finger. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. And then we get the other one on the other hand. And you just nicely connect them together, and you can make a bead. And then of course you get some pink mica. Guess I need to go a little bit darker, just a second, so you can see better what I'm doing. White is very, very bright. There we go, much better. Hi Sherry. So you just get some mica powder or acrylic paint, you know, and go over it. Of course you'll have to smooth these nicely, but I'm not going to go into details with that. I want to make at least a couple of pendants. Yes, you do. Hold on, let me try and find, because there's some ow. Okay. This is too big. I'm trying to find one with just a list. Why do they have to give so many pop-ups? History. Okay. There you go, with even differences in the shade, like in the hue of red or stuff. If I'm not mistaken, it was the blue, I think. No, it's not blue. In green. I think that you just, oh yeah, neutral. Pearl is lung cancer. So practically white is lung cancer. Look down in the neutrals. So, why did they have to go? Everybody needs to have an awareness ribbon. I don't know. I know it might sound uncaring, but really. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, you always get them on Google. Google is your friend on anything and everything. So, let me see. This is Pearl 2. So, your best bet, now be very careful when making, because I'm going to use quite a bit of pearlescence. You know that I love pearlescence. What about the ad blocker? I think I mixed some white in here, but that's fine. The thing with mixing the pearlescent to get the proper color, what I can tell you, be very careful which pearlescent you choose. Do not choose the sunset pearl, because the sunset pearl will make you a peachy pink. Use the magenta pearl, and do not use a lot of the magenta pearl. Okay, and you don't want a lot. You want, as I said, just a little bit. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I have ad blockers both in chrome and in... okay, this is actually too much. Because, see, I have... this would be to give you an idea of size. So about 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Okay. And I'm going to get, let's see, on the thickest setting on the machine. pretty much a square 1/4 of an inch. This is how much I'm going to be using to get a nice pink. Now give me just a few seconds. Okay, I want it to go mixed fairly fast. Right. See if this works. No, this one doesn't work. I need to get under the table and fix that cable on the... Okay, and as you can see, it's still a fairly strong pink. You don't have to worry about it not being seen as pink. If you want it to be less than this, then obviously put just half of it, like a 1/4 of an inch by 1 inch on the thickest section. Thank you. I actually need to dye my roots, but I cannot lift this arm, and it's kind of hard to dye your hair with just one hand. So I might be like this for a while. I have some colored temporary, you know, pinks and purples and blues and stuff. I might use those. Okay, so main thing here, don't trap air. And now I'm going to do something that's a little bit more special. I'll do 2 different variants, okay? And the first variant, I'm going to actually take a roll of this. I'm gonna make a little snake with it. And I might have to put my readers on to see what I'm doing. And then start placing the pink in the ribbon part of the mold. You will have to probably use a sculpting tool to help you here to make sure that, not this one is not good. Let me get that. Ball stylus. It's not very difficult to do this. And yes, you can remove the extra. It's not that difficult to do that either. Just be careful, don't lift it, because that's going to be your biggest issue. And I usually use this because it's much easier to remove the extra with it. This is one of my wax carving tools. Untitled, you can get a set of 12 for under $10. They're my most favorite sculpting tools. And I don't know if you can hear, but the ice cream truck is here. Just make sure that you have all the areas of the ribbon covered. And yes, I'll be striving to make a cane as well. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Hi, oops. How lows? Oops, hi lows. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm still tired. I've been doing some stuff in the morning, but not enough. So I don't know. I'm kind of to the point of saying I just want my life back. You know, because I'm starting to get really, really tired of all these side effects. And now I'm going to get a bigger ball stylus to make sure that everything goes in properly and nicely. And then the next thing is to choose whatever you want to make the whatchamacallit, the base with. But I'll show you what I really, really like to do. Let me get this out of the way. Of course, you can use the pearl, but then it won't be that easy to see. Okay. I thought there were more comments. It's like some have disappeared. Oh, and I forgot to update the text, didn't I? Just a minute. Okay, now I can make it viewable. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of mica shift just to make the brooch prettier. So first of all, what I need to do obviously is to get the mica sheen. This was a very, very soft batch of pearl, white pearl that I got. Okay, now let's see. You can use anything that you want as stuff for the mica shift. If you want squiggly lines, if you want more flowerish lines. I don't have anything with hearts because that would be a nice thing. But I have some flowers here. I have these hibiscuses that are really pretty. So whatever you have that would make pretty mica shift. Let me see if I did a fairly good job. Ow, ow, ow. I can lift my arm kind of like this, but whenever I try to go laterally, it's killing me. And that's why I said it doesn't really sound like a torn rotator cuff or shoulder impingement. I mean, I did all the tests that you normally do to figure out what the doctors do on you to figure out what the problem is, and they are not 100% for either of those two. That's why I'm more inclined to think that it is frozen shoulder. Thank you, Elaine. So always wipe your blade with Armor Roll or water. It's not working as good as Armor Roll, but and remember, these are the Gilly blades. You can get them online. You can check my Amazon influencer store. They are there in the blades, but it's gonna take much longer to get them, or you can get them at the PolyClay play. But these ones come in a set with the 4 inches one. These ones are perfect for shaving, and these ones are perfect for canes. So you want to remove only whatever's raised, so you can leave and something floral or something with a lot of squiggly lines. It doesn't even have to, you don't even have to be able to make out what it is, just to make the change of color, to give that 3D effect. I think I made enough for 2. No, that's fine. I'll use one of them for the brooch base. And just a little bit here. Okay, then the next move is to do a very good burnishing, and for that you'll always need some wax paper. And I'll say, as I always say, be careful on the wax paper, because some of them are waxed on both sides, and some of them, like this one, are only waxed on one side. So make sure that you put the waxed side on the clay, because see, like this one's got more a parchmenty side and a wax side, so I'm always putting the wax side on this. And your first tool for burnishing is your fingers, so gently just go like this. Your idea is never to roll, because then you shift the mica particles. So you want to pretty much press down as much as possible. And then you can start the burnishing process. And I usually do it with this little bit larger acrylic block. And then I have one of those itty bitty, they aren't even 2 inches, I think, or about 2 inches, 2 square inches. Hi, Chris. Yeah. What new page, Zentar? I have no idea what new page you're talking about. Okay, I still have a little bit of this here is okay, but here I still have a little bit of unevenness. And then you can use your roller but only to rub, not to roll. If on a mokumegane you can roll, it's not going to be a lot of deformation. When it comes to mica shift, don't roll. Okay, now I am all good. And my mica shift is... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Okay, and you can see that it's got a beautiful, beautiful flowery effect. So I'm going to use, let's see, not this much. And I'm going to gently place it here. I'm gonna keep this to the side for a moment. And I am going to fill it. At this point you can use even a scrap clay, it's not a problem, but I'm going to just use pearl clay. And then I will do one more thing that you'll see, just because I want to go without having to bake and rebake and all of that. So first of all, I'm making sure that all my edges are coming out. And then I'm going to get, let's say I'm going to use the same texture. Oops. Okay, there we go. I pulled wrong. Because now we already have a texture on the back, right? And then you can take a tile or mirror tile, and I'm going to place on it a piece of wax paper, but this time I'm not going to put the shiny part on top of the, in contact with the clay. It's going to be the other side. And there we go with this. And then we can go ahead and, if you want, you can leave it like this, of course. But the other thing that you can do, you can make a small bezel around it if you want, just simply with some, what do I have here? You just make some, using scrap clay that's a little bit darker. Just make very, very, very thin, or use your extruder if you cannot make very thin. And equal. Strings. Okay, and getting it to the middle. Now see, this one is not good here. This one is way too thick, and the next one is too thin. See, if I didn't have my readers on. But your best bet, if you're not able to do this properly, as I said, use the extruder. And talking of which, because there was a little bit of talk on the last video I posted, the one with the cane that kind of looks like the extruder canes I did before. Yeah, walnut hollow is by design a super hard to use extruder, because it has that horrible type of handle that always gets folded when you are expecting it the less to do that. And you can go even thinner than this, obviously. Just make sure that your little spirals are the same spiraled all over. And at this point you can go a little bit, thin out a little bit your bezel-y thing. And then place it like this. And of course, the moment you put the wax, metallic wax on it, it's going to look just perfect. And there we go. Have a nice rope bezel. And this can go in the oven, and then get some silver wax on it. I did a little boo-boo here, but it's not too terrible. And then of course you can put some varnish on it. So this will be the first thing to go in the oven. Next, I'm gonna use another mold. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you, I'm going to try and get this done tonight, hopefully. I found this, and I'm going to try some experiments with casting resin, because I think they would make a beautiful necklace and charm bracelet. And yes, they are in the molds in my Amazon influencer store, but just because I found them here. Alrighty, and yes, this you can again find both on Amazon and on PolyClay Play. So I'm going to give it a nice, and again we can what did I do with this? There we go. And actually, you know what, let me just put this in, and then I'm going to do this. Yes, of course, you can do mica shift with cabochons when you take the mold. You don't have to wait to put the veneer on top. Okay, so now we have this, and again I can do the exact same thing as I did before, and this time I have this here. Let me use this. I have an embossing folder, and let me put the thing here. And there you go. And you can go after it's baked, you can fix it. But again, I'm going to use some wax paper. And why am I using wax paper? Because I don't want the bag to come out shiny, and I don't want to have to bake it yet once again. You know, so this should be just fine. Okay, next one. I'm going first to make some strings with the pink. So these were plain awareness ribbons, right? Give me just a minute, I need to take a pill. Sorry for that, I just noted. And by the way, don't forget that I made a playlist on my channel. There's a playlist with Halloween stuff. So, because remember, I made before all kinds of Halloween, and including how to make this pretty voodoo puppet pendant. And in that one also you learn how to make the woven cane, because see here I kind of imitated the canvas, not canvas, how you call it, the stuff that potato bags are made of. I just have a brain, you know what. It's not nice to say it on a public video. So you want to make yourself some string that would be fairly thin. So this will be another pendant. And you can see that there's mica shift on it. But you'll see why I'm not too worried about the edges. You'll see here in a minute. Okay, I made this, and now I'm going to get one ribbon mold, and it should be, I think that this one should be perfect. So what you're interested the most is to get the stuff to get your clay all the way in. And then you can get the rest nicely flattened and then trim the excess. Sorry, I cannot hold with my hands. I cannot hold it open too well enough. I'm gonna have to scoop it out. Ugh. Well, I got it without too much damage. Okay, now I have this. Let me make sure that it's nice here. And of course, you can use just a flat thing if you don't want to have to buy this. You can just get, and if you have a heart already. So you just start placing them like for an elvish pendant. Burlap, yes, burlap, thank you. That's what I try to imitate on that voodoo puppet. Hey. I know it almost looks like Sugarcraft, but it's going to be pretty in the end, I promise you. Hey. It's very sticky, this white pearl. As I said, it was very, very soft and sticky. This side, I told you, don't worry too much about how the edges look. That's why I told you that. And now you're wondering, why the heck did she cut that? Did she do that mold? Well, you'll see here in a second why. Because we're gonna put it right here. You can put it even higher if you want to. Let's see. Let me put it backwards because I got that mylar thing again. And I don't like how it is. It's too this. Hold on, I need to turn the thermostat down. I get so hot near this computer, it's unreal. Sorry, this pink is horrible. I'm gonna just simply do a... It's not the mold's problem, it's my pink pearl, the white pearl's problem. Because it's way too squishy and soft, and it almost feels like that super fresh batch of Cernit metallics. So, and remember, I actually said that you can do this even without the molds. You don't have to absolutely buy the molds if you cannot do it. So, sticker setting. And I'm going to cut it 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to do a little bit of diagonal in both terms, diagonal. And you might want to cut it longer. I cut it this short because my clay is so sticky and stretchy and horrible. So very, very gently. Convince the clay to go the way you want it to go. No, it's not about itty bitty one, Judy. It's about the fact that the white pearl I use is super sticky. so it doesn't come out of the mold properly, and it doesn't hold its shape properly. Okay, this looks good. And honestly, one other thing that I would do with this, I would use a few rhinestones on it, just to make it even prettier. Let me see if I have any whites, not ABs. Some whites by what I remember. These are ABs. Of course, if you have pink, that's even neater. These are square ABs. Now I have some tiny champagne ones. These are ABs. Oh, good job. It's always almost the last ones. Hibernate. Alrighty. Can you tell I'm too lazy to get up and go get the tweezers? They are all hot fixes, so thank you, Janice. Okay, this should be on. Let me put one more on this other side. I keep getting several that are backwards. There we go. So these would be perfect. They go in the oven. Of course, you can put more rhinestones if you want to. And this will be nice and shiny once it's baked. Okay. Now, let's talk about the Survivor one. You know what, to be honest, I'm gonna do that next Sunday. I'm starting to feel very tired. I'm sorry, but I will post on the Facebook page and on the community tab on YouTube how these look like once they are baked and varnished and with the wax on them and with the little bail. Yes, they are hot fix. They are all, I only use hot fix. So I'm sorry, I just don't, all of a sudden I started not feeling good. It's not related to the pill I took, but I started hurting and not feeling very good. So I'll see you all next Sunday, because the other thing why I wasn't able to do it in time, but I want to do one set of wings before the live starts, so that after I show you how to make them, I can already have the ones done and put them on, you know. So we did the awareness once today, and we'll do the survivor and in memory of next Sunday. And in the meantime, don't forget, you can get this one, and this is the best because you can use these smaller ones for beads and these larger ones for pendants and earrings. Yeah, I should feel better, but I don't know. I've just been in quite a funk with this shoulder. It's really hurting, and you said you've been through frozen shoulder, so you know how that is. I'm glad that it's not swollen anymore, because I was really worried last evening. So I shall see you next Sunday, and I promise Monday I call my oncologist, and if they cannot see me Monday, I'll just go to the ER. Okay, thank you for being with me here, and I'll see you all next Sunday too. Have a wonderful Sunday.